Good morning and welcome to the Multifamily 5x5 for the week of February 15th, 2010. This is the Behind the Leasing Desk's weekly show. I am Heather Blume and let's get started. We're going to do 5 topics in 5 minutes. Kicking it off with a little bit of marketing madness. Passport tours are something that are not new, but are highly embraceable by our industry because they tap into that great trend of hyper-localism. They're an excellent way to integrate your community with the community around you and to expand your outreach marketing. Here's how they work. You're going to get some index cards, 4x6, and then you're going to contract with local merchants, maybe between 4, 5, 6 merchants, to give deals to your residents. Your residents have to go and they have to fill out everything on the passport card before they can bring it back to you to get some sort of a prize or a gift. But what they will do as they're out and shopping is they're going to have a secret deal that nobody else is going to have. Now, as a consumer, if someone in front of me is getting a better deal than me, I want to know how they got it. So it's a great way to get people talking not only about your apartment community, but to get people interested in visiting your apartment community to see what else you do that's special for your residents. Let's move on to maintenance. I have a really quick little maintenance trick that is super cheap and super easy. It's a great way to detect leaks in your toilets between the tank and the bowl. So it's going to cost you about $1.67 to buy a little red bottle of food coloring. Arm each one of your guys with it and as you send them out. If they're doing a repair in an apartment that's between 20 and 30 minutes long, you usually want to give it about that long, have them drop 2 or 3 drops of red food coloring into the tank before they begin the repair. After they're done with the repair, have them go back and check the toilet bowls for the telltale red dye. If you see that, it gives them a chance to jump in on the preventative maintenance and to take care of the problem before it escalates. Not only are you protecting your asset, but then your residents are also going to be really impressed that you took that initiative to go the extra mile for them. It's an excellent way to build resident retention and to take really good care of your asset. We're going to talk about management. The last hour trick is something that I learned about from one of my absolute favorite managers up here. He's an Archstone manager. His name is Eric, and he spends the last hour of his day outside of his office, out in the front area, working with his leasing consultants and his assistant manager to service the residents, because we all know how the last hour of the day on site can get. Not only does this give him face time and relationship building with his residents, which helps up their resident retention numbers, but it also helps him have a little more empathy for his staff, and it helps his staff trust him a little bit more because they see he's willing to do the job that they're doing. It's an excellent trick. It's very easy to do. I know sometimes it's really tempting to close ourselves off in that back office, but this trick has worked for him for years, and I was very impressed to see it in action. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about social media. I'm sure by now today you've all heard about the Kevin Smith Southwest Airlines debacle. It's definitely Twitter with teeth. I do not believe that the Public Relations Department at Southwest Air is having a very good Monday. This is a great example of social media, how it can go, a simple individual's complaint can turn into like a boycott of your product or just a holy war out against your product. It's another excellent example of how important it is to treat every customer, every resident, every vendor with incredible dignity and respect, whether you know anything about them or nothing about them, because you never know how many people their message will reach. And they don't have to send it to some address or keep it quiet anymore. As he said in his podcast, which if you have a chance to listen to his podcast, I really recommend it because it's the best rant of an irate customer I've heard in a long time. It is not, however, work appropriate, so if you go to Smallcast, do it when you go home. To finish up, I want to talk about a way to up your closing ratio. I am encouraging you this week to turn off your computer when that phone rings or when a resident steps in the door. Why do we do this? Well, sometimes the computer can be really distracting. It's a great tool for our leasing, but it can be a big distraction when we're working face-to-face or on the phone with people. So turning off that monitor assures that you're going to give your resident or your potential resident your full focus. This will up your closing ratio, I promise you. It gives you better relationship building, and I'll tell you what, if you're out touring, the last 6 leasing consultants those folks went to see, that person did not give them undivided attention. So it'll be a great tool for you. I want to end with you guys to remind you about the BTLD deal for the Optimization Summits at optimizationsummit.com. Our coupon code is BTLD5x5, and that gives you $125 off of your registration. BTLD5x5. That's all we got for this week. So same BTLD time next week and same BTLD channel. I'll see you then.